And welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Mondo Market TV, Crafting with Shalyn show. We're so excited that you're here with us today. This is going to be fun. We're going to create some beautiful, beautiful flower frames, and you just wait and see until what the special ingredient is. But hey, before we get started, I do want to ask you to share the show. So share on your Facebook page, share on any Facebook groups related to the topic. Just let people know that we're live. It's a lot of fun. You get to take a little time for yourself and learn something new. It's exciting. It's fun. So just share and spread the word. We would love it if you did that. In fact, we have a cool drawing going on. A lucky winner is going to win a frame, a beautiful frame. I'll show it to you here in a minute. You'll get to win one. And the way to enter to win is leave a comment, at least one comment. Hopefully you'll participate and interact and leave some more comments. But leave a comment and share, and you'll get entered to win, okay? Share and comment. Those are the two things that you got to do to get entered to win into this very cool drawing that we have. And like I said, you can comment. This is interactive. In fact, we want you to talk to us. Are you liking this? Do you have any questions? Just post in chat and let us know and become a part of this, okay? You can watch on Facebook. You can watch on our website, Mondo Market TV. Mondo Market TV gives you the best watching experience. You get to watch on there, and there's a chat box below the video that you can use to participate, or you can watch on YouTube. We're monitoring all of those places, wherever you feel most comfortable. Chat there and enjoy, all right? Okay, so I've got here Shalyn,
awesome.
Welcome.
Thanks, I love being here.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. So Shalyn, tell us what we're gonna do today.
Well, today we're going to make flower picture frames, but the catch is we're making them out of pine cones.
Woo!
So today our craft that we're doing in our kit is pine cones. So it's a pine cone wreath, and I'm going to show you how to do this.
I mean, just regular pine cone.
Regular pine cones.
That is cool.
It's so fun. It's really a lot of fun. And actually, if you drive down the road and you see there's a ton of pine cones everywhere.
Just collect them.
What do you do with them? Well, let me show you. So we're going to get started by, I'm going to show you the base of what we use. I don't know, can we show a close-up of that real quick?
Yes. In fact, we are going to draw this very frame right here, done and completed by Shalyn herself. So lucky winner, comment and share, and you get to win. You'll get entered to win this beautiful frame.
You will. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a bigger frame right now because I want to show it to you in a bigger scale. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a basic frame.
Okay.
And this, the frame will come in your kit. It's a 4x5 wooden frame, and you need to paint it. So we're going to base coat this really quick, and then I'm going to show you from when we start, after we do the base coat, I'm going to show you how we paint the pine cones and get everything on. So what's really exciting is we can do small ones too. So maybe what I'll do is I'm going to hold off on this one just for a second. I'm going to grab a small one real quick so you can see the difference. So this is a smaller frame, and we're using smaller pine cones. So this is a small pine cone flower, and this is a big pine cone flower. So I don't know if you want to do a close-up on those.
Sure.
But I already have a frame painted right here, and I think we'll start on this one first. So our frame is already painted. Move this out of the way. So I'm going to show you how to paint these. And this is so much fun. So get your old paintbrushes out. These are the brushes that I have. They're kind of a straw. If you're going to paint in this kit, you're going to paint your pine cone wreath. You want something that's not, what's the word? Your finest brushes that you have in your house. You want to make sure that you're using a brush that actually doesn't really matter. And so these are just a really inexpensive brush that I got at a craft store. I think I got 6 of them for $5. So really, really easy. And I'm going to actually start out with a bright color.
And by the way, while you're picking out that color, let me just remind our viewers who are just watching us, joining us right now, we have a cool drawing going on. You get to summon a very lucky person will win this beautiful frame prepared by Shalyn herself. And there's only 2 things you got to do in order to get entered to win. 1, leave us a comment, and 2, share. So comment and share The more you do, the
Perfect.
greater your chances of winning, okay?
Yeah.
We'll announce a lucky winner at the end of the show. And remember that you can ask questions. This is interactive. We want your questions. We value them. So
Yeah, let us know.
questions and comments, just post them where you're watching and become a part of this show.
That's awesome. Yep.
So you have your pine cone.
Here's your pine cone, basic pine cone. And in the kit, these are already made into flowers. So when you get them, you're going to get 30. They're between 1 inch and 2 inch pine cones, but they're all shaped in flowers already. So you don't even have to worry about trying to cut them. But I will show you a trick at the end of the class on how to cut if we have enough time left over.
By the way, Robin said, I'm watching you.
Oh, Robin,
Yes.
hi. So glad you're with us. Robin is a crafter. I know her very well. She's awesome. And I spilled my paint just a little bit here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're just going to start painting. And what you want to do is you start on the inside of your pine cones and you're just going to pull outward. So inside these pine cones, if you have a really nice soft brush, like a flat brush that you use, you're going to end up actually pushing all those bristles. They're going to come out. So you want to make sure you have something you can wipe up afterwards, and you want to make sure that your brush is not a good brush. So here's...
Because otherwise you'll just ruin a
You're going to ruin your
brush.
brushes. Yeah. And these, you can use, the brushes you can use over again, and you can use them for, you know, more pine cone stuff or things that are rough. But once you ruin a flat brush, there's really no going back. Then you've committed it to all your rough crafts that you're going to be doing.
And what kind of paint are you using?
And this is just an acrylic paint. You can use spray paint, and I brought a couple cans with me today to show. You can do a spray paint. The only thing with spray paint is once you spray it, it's really hard to put anything else on top of it, especially if it has a semi-gloss finish. Then you're kind of, you won't be able to do as many things that will stick. So we're going to take a piece of paper here, and I'm just going to put this right.
Set it to dry a little.
So we're going to do 3 or 4 of these. But the really cool thing about the pine cones is take your, whatever you want to do with them. So if you've got a rustic theme, if you have a, you know, a more elegant theme, whatever your theme is, I would go to the paint store, get you some paint chips. I'm a really big fan of that. I just feel like it helps you bring out your color swatches, and then you don't have to stand and go, now does this color go with this? Does this go with this? Because truly, I'm one of those that if I think too hard about it, I can't do it, and I just won't do it. So we're going to get a few of these painted here. And don't be worried if your little cones, like the little sides will break. They won't even matter. Now see how much paint I've got on my little mat here, because it does take a little bit of time to do. But let's get 2 or 3 here. And the sizes vary in the kit, so you're going to get all different sizes and all different shapes, but they're all the same style of pine cone. So you'll have the same style of flower, you just, you know, size and shape will vary.
And they're all the same amount of fun.
They are. Well, and you know what's really cool about this is these are already baked. So you have to bake your pine cones before you cut them.
I didn't know that.
Okay, there's a reason for that. So the other day I was cutting pine cones, and I didn't think much about it, and I was watching my really cool sci-fi show on a network, and I looked down, and there was this spider crawling up my arm.
Oh.
And I was like, holy cow. Oh. And so I realized that I forgot to bake my pine cones, because if you bake your pine cones on 350 for about 20 minutes, it actually dries them out so the sap dries out. But it also kills the critters. So if there's a bunch of little critters in your pine cones, you want to make sure that you don't have any critters crawling out and visiting you. And there are little tiny bugs that sit in the pine cones as well, and they will actually, sometimes I've baked them where they don't die, and they will come out. So you just want to make sure that, you know, you're taking care of your little critters. See, there's one of my, just let it go, and just paint the next petal. So this is an easy craft. This is, like I say, when you're doing a craft, you want to make sure you do it and not stress out. You want to do it, have fun, and make it pretty. And if you get dirty along the way, hey, more power to it. So here we go. And that's a really pretty bright color too. That teal is just so bright.
And I notice on some of them you don't paint the top, and some of them you do paint the top.
Well, actually, it just depends on how messy I want to get. I'm going to paint over that middle.
Oh.
So really, it doesn't really matter what I do as long as wow, I made a great mess. This is awesome. As long as I let the paint dry completely first before I put my paint on, because it will mix it and change the color of it. So if you're putting a lime green down and your paint's not dry, you're gonna end up having some really pretty funky colors there, which is totally fine. So clean up my little mess here.
I think it's fabulous that you can take something such as a pine cone. I think it's really cool that it's a pine cone, but also that it's like natural, it's out there.
Yeah, it's from nature.
Exactly, it's from nature, and you turn it into something that's so pretty.
Well, and what's really cool too is if you look outside and really look, because you guys are artistic, the artists out there know exactly what I'm talking about. When you see something from nature that is so beautiful and you're like, oh, I could do something with that. So that's kind of how I think when I'm doing different things. I think, oh yeah, I could totally do that. Because I want to make sure that if I take something out of nature, I want to make sure I do recycle it and I don't just store it. And I'm really good at storing stuff, if you ask my husband. I'm really good at storing crafts, but it's fun. You can also use these brushes too. Will you show them this one?
Yes.
Those are a really easy brush to use, but...
Tell me about these brushes.
Okay, those are just your regular paint brushes like you go get at the hardware store, and they're for painting walls or different things. I really like them, but I only like them on the big pine cones. So if you're gonna do them on the little pine cones, the mess I made here is gonna be twice as big.
Okay.
So unless you're really dainty with it, you wanna make sure you take care of that. So my hands are clean, and I'm gonna start.
For the smaller ones that come in your kit, the best one are the smaller brushes.
Yes, the small brushes. So when you go to your local craft store, go check out their art section. They usually have a section where they have affordable paint brushes, and that's where you'll wanna go get those. So here, I'm just painting, it's kind of a corally apricot color. And I'm trying to get down to the very ends of it, because on your, when you do your picture frame, if you don't get completely inside of it, you will have some dark spots show. And that's up to you. I mean, if you want to do that, that is totally fine. But for me, I try and get inside as much as possible. So we're going to get, maybe I should have you paint some, Nash.
No, I'm okay. I'm enjoying
She's very
watching.
crafty.
I
have known her for quite a while now, and she's very crafty, and she can do just about anything. So I really appreciate she's always supporting me in my craft adventures. So we're just kind of, this takes a little bit of time. So if you are like me and you have your TV in front of you in your craft area and you put on something fun to watch, and see, I'm not being perfect on this. This is what's really cool about these.
I like this color. At first, I wasn't so sure about it, but actually on the pine cone, I think it looks great.
It really does. And sometimes your colors, like a light yellow, an ivory, any of those colors, they're going to end up needing 2 or 3 coats. So, be aware of that. Once it dries, so once this starts drying, we're going to look at it and see what it actually looks like, if it needs another coat. Because you can't, once you get it on your picture frame and you think you need another coat, I probably wouldn't do it. I would, just in case, because you don't want to get your colors mixed up. And some of these pine cones, they still smell. So when you're doing your craft, it still smells like the mountains and pine trees and all that fun stuff. And you can take this and actually, if you didn't want to put it on it, make a picture frame per se, you could actually take it and put it on a long board and just make a little wall hanging. You could fill in the picture part of it with pine cones too. Totally change it. This is up to you. The kits are made so you can take my ideas and then you run with it. So you run with it, do what you want to do with it. I mean, look, this is easy. And it's fast too. So, you know, you're going to take a little bit of time, but it's not going to take you days. This will probably take you a complete maybe 2.5 hours to do start from finish with it drying and you putting on your accessories, you know, stippling it, doing the things you need to do to it. So you're looking at just a few hours. And who doesn't have a few hours that they could craft with?
Well, I like it too, that they can do it while watching TV, for example, because the level of detail that you need to have is not like super duper.
No. Yeah, and you could binge watch your favorite show while you're making these for Christmas gifts or things like that. And that's the thing with crafters. We like to think ahead if we are going to do homemade gifts. And if we're going to do a gift for somebody that's going to be given at Christmas time, sometimes if you're using natural things from nature, you need to make sure you get them at the time when they're available.
That's true.
Because sometimes you think of something really cute or you see it on a social media site and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to do that so bad. And then you think, well, it's the middle of winter and how am I going to dig it up? So yeah, it doesn't work. So easy peasy. I tell you, when you do crafts with me, do them simple, fast, easy, still make them look really good.
That's what I like. Simple, fast, and easy.
Simple, fast, and easy. Do it the Shay way.
The Shay way.
Yeah, let's do it where it's fast and you're not spending a bunch of time. And this craft is really good for kids too. We're talking, you know, younger kids. My grandson, who's 3, he is, I'm sure, going to be the king of crafts by the time he goes to kindergarten. But, you know, he could paint these too. So that would be a great memorabilia gift. Oh, man, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes.
Have a little picture frame from your grandkids.
Painted by your grandkids.
I got 4 little grandsons that are just absolutely stinking cute, and they all love to do something to do with crafts, except for the little baby, but I'm going to introduce it to him soon. So this one, I think we're going to put a little bit more to it. So while that is drying.
And just so look, so you can see, I'll even show you over here.
Yes.
So how she painted that one.
I mean, fast. It's, you know, if you're really focused and you want to do it, there's 30 of them in there. You don't have to use all 30. If you want to take on the picture frame and on the top here, you can put 10 right here and 10 right here, and then you can have leftovers that you can put on something else. Or you can actually take this frame, put a few on this corner, a few on this corner, and then turn around, take all the rest of your pine cones that you have and make them into napkin ring holders.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. This is just a kit that's gonna just spark your imagination. So you'll get the kit and then you'll figure out what you wanna do with all the pine cones, and if there's any extra, use them, utilize them.
Fantastic.
It's really
In fact,
cool.
while you've been mentioning the kit, I want them to know. So introducing the flower frame kit. So during the next 24 hours, Shalyn put together an awesome kit that basically comes with everything that you need to get started. So all you have to do is have fun putting it together. But you can go to mondomarkettv.com right now to check it out, to get your kit. It comes with 1 wooden frame as well as 30 pine cones shaped as flowers already. So you don't have to worry about cleaning them out, baking, cutting, all of that. That
all done.
The boring stuff has been done for you. All you have to do basically is create and put it together and really just have a good time with it. And the pine cones, the pine cone flowers, they're about 1 inch to 2 inch. They vary in size so that you can have the most fun putting it together and creating and getting creative with it. So just go to mondomarkettv.com to get yours today. During the next 24 hours, we have the introductory price. So normally it's $12.95, but during the next 24 hours, you can get it for $9.95. So just go to mondomarkettv.com to do that right now so you can get started with us. It's so much fun. It's so pretty. I mean, look at that frame, how gorgeous it is.
Well, and you can dress that up. So, I mean, if you did a frame like that and put it on to like an entryway table, and then you have a rustic theme and you've got rustic colors on there, you know, you can add more pine cones that aren't painted. You can put fairy lights in it. There are so many things
so much
to
potential.
do.
Yes.
So I'm going to paint some of the big ones because I want to show you the difference between the big and small. But this kit right here is the small, and we will be offering later the bigger pine cones. So I'm going to take this big brush that we talked about.
And by the way, a lucky person gets to win this frame,
That frame.
one right here on set that Shalyn prepared for you. All you have to do is comment and share. Comment and share, And you'll
Yep.
get entered to win. We'll announce the lucky winner at the end.
And we love hearing from you, but we also love hearing from you on I Love Arts and Crafts. It's the Facebook page.
Yes. Yes.
So much fun.
Join our Facebook group, I Love Arts and Crafts. On there, that's where the conversation continues. So in fact, as you're doing yours, as you're creating your pine cone flower frames, I want you to post pictures on there because it's so much fun to see what you create. It's actually, it gives Shalyn a boost to see that you've created something out of the videos and out of her showing you how to do it.
But you know, also too, when you post your crafts, it shows your talent. And there's so many people out there with talent. Oh my goodness. I love, you know, Robin that just commented. She does a lot of arts and crafts. She has a very talented personality, and she can create things out of nothing, which is what we artists do. So, you know, just keep crafting. Just keep moving and doing.
Just keep doing it. By the way, Katie Storbo said, love watching my favorite person ever.
Ah, Katie, you're awesome. I love her.
She said Finley loves watching her favorite person ever.
Finley is going to be my adopted granddaughter because I don't have any. She is adorable. Thank you for watching, Katie. I just love you guys. You guys are awesome. And they're all creative too. Everybody has a creative bone in their body. People sometimes tell me, they'll say, I've heard this before. I'm not crafty.
Oh.
I don't know who I've heard that from.
I don't know either.
But actually, they are. They are. And that's what's really cool about doing crafts is can't do it wrong because you're doing it your way. That's why I always say the Shay way, because for me, I do things where I'm comfortable. And if I'm comfortable with it, I do it. It works out great. If I feel like I have to copy it and make it perfect, yeah, doesn't work. So I try really, really hard to make sure things are easy for people to do. But, you know, if they want to change it and change the style a little bit, they can do that.
Robin said, so much fun to watch. You'll be making a pine cone wreath soon. That's what I was thinking.
Yep. Yes. There's one of our next courses is going to be a great big pine cone wreath, but you're going to love what the theme is of it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really quite cool. So I'm going to get some of these. And if you all have ideas of things that you want me to create in a kit, I would love to hear from you because I would love to incorporate some of your ideas and we can make kits from it and show you how to do it. So there's just 3 of the big ones. Now, can you see the difference between the 2 brushes? I mean, this brush covers a lot, but it's a great big pine cone. The other ones cover a smaller bit, and you can get into it a little bit easier with that.
Just for them to see this from the top, I want them to.
Okay.
I'm going to put this over here just for a minute. Check this out.
You're brave.
Oh, look at that.
See, they're just
So
pretty.
So much fun and so pretty.
And who would have thought you could take a pine cone and change it into a completely different thing?
Yes, I had no idea you could do this, actually.
That's what's so interesting is, and these are just one type of flower. I think there's 6 different flowers that we can do from pine cones.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, once you get into the more intricate flowers, you can make, there's some beautiful wreaths out there, but that is a little more time consuming because you're gonna take each stem and you're gonna make it into a petal. And so it does take a little bit more time.
Susan said, love this, Shalyn.
Oh, thank you, Susan. I'm glad you're with us. And I think if that's the Susan I know.
Susan Sanders.
Susan Sanders is awesome. She's very crafty, very, very crafty. I appreciate her talent a lot. I actually come from an extremely crafty family, which is really cool. So that's why I work with wood a lot, because my dad was a finish carpenter and a wood shop teacher. So he gave me the bug. So now see how this one color is perfect for both sizes?
Yes.
So I can put this with this darker teal blue, and then I can turn around and put it with the lighter teal. So your colors vary, but as long as you can match them together, you're fine.
Do you plan out your colors before starting? Like, do you
I do, because I want to know what room I'm going to put it in.
Uh-huh.
Like if I was doing, this kit would be perfect for Christmas. If I was doing a Christmas entry and I wanted a pine cone wreath, I would do my flowers all in either red and lime green, or I would do it like a red and a gold or a red and a silver, because then that way it just keeps with your theme. So it's really quite cool. So we have another big one right here. And let me show you how I match with my colors here.
Maria Schulk Cohen said, I have paint and brushes, so this kit is ideal. Thanks.
Maria, awesome.
Yes.
Oh, I hope that you order it and that you have fun with it and that you post it and show us what you've done.
Yes, that'll be fabulous.
That is the best. And always, 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 like I say, have your little baby wipes. They're the best. That's what you need. Okay, so I'm going to show you my color palette really quick. This is actually something that I'm going to be doing here soon. And so I went and got paint chips. And this is how I'm going to do the ombre of my colors. So I'm going to start with the dark and then just keep going until light. You can do that with the pine cones. So you can actually just buy your paint at the craft store and take this right to the craft store and just match it up as best that you can. And then that's how you're going to do your flowers.
That makes it easier.
So when you do your frame or whatever you're starting with, start at the bottom and do light and then go to dark or dark to light, whichever way you're comfortable starting. And then that will give you your ombre look and it would be really cool. But paint your frame a neutral color. So I would probably paint it a little bit lighter.
Okay.
So if I was doing this as the pine cones right now, I would start out with this color as my base for my frame, and then I would just work my way up. And it's really pretty.
I love this because then it works as a guide for you.
It does.
And you know it's going to match.
It does.
You see it already.
Well, and when you match it at the store, now if you go to the hardware store and you go buy acrylic paint, you're going to end up buying big containers. I wouldn't do that. Just go to your local craft store, find the acrylic paint, take your swatches, and then just start matching up. You know, I know that Americana has a Persian blue that's exactly like this, and it's really pretty. So you can match them, just not completely, but you can match them. So, all right, I am going to show you. See, I love acrylic paints because they dry so fast.
In fact,
so I am going to that's almost dry. There's a little bit of wet because you can see the shine. But you can also see where I missed right there.
Oh.
So, I mean, if you are
just
doing this,
barely.
Yeah, it's just barely, and that's the OCD in my art thing.
I don't even see it. Oh, I see it.
Now you found it. Now you found it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the two different colors that you could do. These are just suggestions for your center of your flower. So the first one's going to be a yellow, and this is just a mustard yellow. And I'm not doing this perfect, I promise. We're just going to tap it in with our cheap brushes. Going to tap. Just keep tapping. Make your flowers. So there's your center.
By the way, drop a comment and share the video for you to get entered to win a cool drawing. A lucky person is going to take the frame that you're seeing on set here with us today.
I will even sign it. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, you should. You should.
But, I mean, it's so fun. So fun. Now, the yellow that we're going to do here, you can leave it just like this. I mean, you can leave it. You don't have to do anything else to it. But I'm going to show you what I did on the edges of my pine cones here in just a sec. So if you've got stipple brushes at home.
So this is it after it's painted.
That's after the middle. And you can even take, let me see if I can find it really
actually
quick.
here, and this is it before painting. So do a before and after. Look, I thought this was pretty right here when I saw it. I think it's pretty. But when you added the paint, it changes everything. Yes, a completely different look.
It does. It just totally changes everything, and it's really kind of fun. I want to show you, too, what you can do with this. And I know it's not dry, but for time's sake. Oh, my gosh. So my beautiful 20-year-old,
ballpoint
stylus. Oh my gosh, I keep having over 40 moments here. It's great. I just take that, dip it into my paint, and you can do the little dots like you would. I would do this dry though, but for now I'm just gonna do little dots. So you can actually add the dots in for like the center of the flower. So, but like I say, please do that when it's...
oh yes, yes. It just gives it a little bit more depth.
Yes. And it's really cool. So that's a more subtle, yellow, looks great. But if you want to go a little brighter, let me show you a brighter color for your center. And these are the ones that if you like the jewel tones and the bright colors, I would go with this lime green because it just makes it all stand out. And the little fibers from the middle of the pine cone actually makes the flower look a little bit more real.
It does.
It's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
And sometimes on the bigger ones, they'll have long fibers that when you cut it, the long fibers come out, and then you just leave it there, and it kind of looks like the inside of an exotic little flower. So again, there's the green. So the difference in them is just how you want it to look. What do you want to have stand out? And in the kit, you'll have instructions, and it'll give you the instructions what I did, but you just take that and run.
On this green one that you did, would you also do the little dots?
You can, but I would do the dots dark.
After it's dry. Oh,
I
and
would do
dark.
them dark. So on
Gotcha.
that one, I would probably do almost even a hunter green or a dark black.
Okay.
Because just to give it a different look. But like I say, you don't have to. Play with it first. Maybe sponge out a little bit of the color onto a piece of paper and then dot it and see if that's what you like before you try it on your pine cone, because you don't want to ruin a pine cone or have to repaint it and it doesn't look the same.
So check this out. Kay, a doll artist, she said, "What a lovely idea. I'm feeling inspired to use gum nuts as I have plenty of those."
I do not know what gum nuts are.
Ooh.
Oh, if you will post a picture of those, I would love to see that, Kay. That's awesome. I love new things. This is so cool.
And by the way, while Shalyn is prepping for the next demo here, I would like to invite you to go to mondomarkettv.com. Go there right now for you to get your flower frame kit. It comes with everything that you need to get started. It comes with a frame. It comes with so one wooden frame and then 30 pine cones shaped as flowers already cut and ready for you to do. So then all you have to do is figure out your colors, just really enjoy that creative process and create a beautiful frame for yourself. The introductory price right now is, normally it's $12.95, but this is the introductory price. It's $9.95 during the next 24 hours. So if you like a good deal, just go to mondomarkettv.com right now to get your kit, the flower frame kit. It's fabulous. It looks lovely and so much fun to do.
And then post it when you're done.
That's right.
Post it.
Post
Because we would
it.
love to see the end results. That's what's really cool.
Yes.
So what I'm doing is I took a small stencil brush. So this is just a basic stencil brush I got at my craft store. And I just put some light ivory. You can do white, like I say, you can do, for this, I'm just doing a little bit of light ivory. And I'm gonna try and get as much as I can out of the brush. And the reason why is I don't wanna overwhelm the edges of my pine cones. So I don't wanna make it look like it's just a big glob of stencil, because then there was no point in painting it. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna do the edges. And sometimes if your little guys, they break off, because that's just how nature is, you can glue it back on or you can take it off. And that one's not super happy, but you can see what it does to the edges. So it just changes it.
Oh, yeah.
Changes the whole look of it and makes it into a little cutesy flower.
Oh, yeah. It changes everything, actually. I love it like this.
I think it's a lot of fun to have fun with your the edges of your flowers, but like I say, you don't have to. You can actually, okay, here again, here's my $1 bottle of nail polish. I love nail polish, but I love it for two reasons. I love it because it has a finish in it, but I also love it because whatever you do, it's permanent. So if you paint nail polish.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, that smells great, doesn't it? So, I mean, if you paint the tops of your pine cone with just a little bit of nail polish.
Just adds that sparkle.
So this would be more of a holiday thing I would do. Or if your little daughter or granddaughter or niece or, whoever loves bling, glitter, put it on. Totally put it on.
Would you do this would you do this and the edges, or would you do just one or the other?
Yep, I would do the edges and then do the the nail polish on it. And what happens is the nail polish finishes. So if you can see the sheen on that, the nail polish seals your pine cones.
Yes, like just to compare.
Just the difference.
Look at the difference.
Is that amazing?
It is.
Be really careful though, because once you put your nail polish onto your craft, if you get any on the tips of your nail polish, it will color what it goes back into.
Oh, okay.
So if I left the green on there, I would end up having green glitter polish, which is fine. I would use it.
Kay said, I'm in Australia. Gum nuts are the seed pods from the flowering gum tree. And just to show you a picture.
Oh, that is fabulous. Oh my gosh.
It was just for you to see a quick picture. I just pulled it up
Paint those up and show me what you can do. That is awesome.
Yes, most definitely.
Oh, we live in such a beautiful world with so many things to create.
Know. Exactly.
Oh, thank you for that share. That is awesome. Now I'm going to have to go home and look that up. Go see what I can do. So, okay, the next one I'm going to show you is if you do it really dark. I'm going to show you what your results are going to be. So I think I'm going to use a yellow on this one just to show you.
So once again, you're just taking the excess of the brush.
I'm trying to pull it into the brush, but I want it out of the brush, if that makes any sense. I know it's kind of an oxymoron, but you know, I want to make sure that I don't have a ton, but I want to show you what it is when you overload your, so like if some people, see, and I'm used to taking it all out, so I didn't leave a glob, but so here it is when you just glob it on. And when the color doesn't really match and you don't take a lot of your paint out. But some people like this, so I'm just saying you do it how you like it, but try not to overwhelm your flowers too much. So see, that really doesn't, the colors don't really blend.
They're clashing too much.
Yeah. They're not happy with each other.
I mean, comparison.
Yeah, so it's a little different.
Oh yeah.
But on the bigger ones, let's see if that one's dry. Okay, so we're gonna paint the middle of this bigger one. And I have a bunch of these brushes because I like to paint, let my other brush sit, get a new one, paint. That way I'm not mixing colors because sometimes it just doesn't go through. And we're gonna do a light color on this one. So see how that one stands out?
Yes.
I love the whites. So just make it kind of look like what's in nature. But I'm not going to actually do the edges of this one because sometimes people like things that are crisp and clean, so you don't have to have, but I mean, it's still really pretty.
Oh, yes.
So it's just a really pretty flower. And then you can add a little bit of yellow into it. You can add a little bit of hunter green.
You mean as the little
dots?
As
the little dots. Or you don't even have to do dots. You can do little lines, or you can just do a teardrop on the side. Totally up to you.
And you don't have to get it perfect.
Nope.
Because nature is beautiful because of its imperfections.
That's right.
Yes.
And we are beautiful because of our imperfections.
That's right.
That's why when we do a craft, I know when I was younger, I would look at these books and I would think, I have to do it exactly like the book, exactly like the kit, exactly like this. And I would get so frustrated that by the time I got done, I would be in tears.
And you'd not want to do it and give up. And yes.
And you waste all that money and it hurts your self-esteem, which in all reality, everybody's so different. Why would we all want to be the same?
I know, exactly.
I don't want to be the same. I want to have fun and create and do things differently.
And enjoy the process.
Right. So now what I'm going to do is I want to show you, this is how I glued my pine cones on. And these are not going to match. This is just for
you to see.
Just for you to see. Make sure my glue gun is hot. I suggest everyone invest in a cordless glue gun. This is like, you know how some men talk about, or women, like I love my tools, but they talk about their most prized possession is like their drill or their, their little miter box or something. This is my prized possession.
Wireless.
I love it. Cordless, easy, high temp. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pine cone and on the bottom, and I usually paint my bottoms almost completely. You don't have to. Like I say, you just do it how you feel like it. But be generous with your glue. Be generous.
That's quite a bit even, yeah.
Yeah, because pine cones are heavy. And we want to make sure that they stick. So.
Just that one little pine cone on that frame. I love it already.
It's cute, huh?
Yes,
it's
cute.
Bright and bold and fun. So, you know, you can make your colors as bright as you want. So you know, like I said, you can do what you want. So I'm going to add this one, but I'm going to do this one down here. So I'm going to do it at this corner. That way, when you do your pine cones, balance it out. So do one here and one here so that you're actually like creating balance. And then you know where your pine cones go. And sometimes I map mine out right before, and sometimes I just do it.
Kind of like you place it on top, more or less?
Yep. You can put two colors together, or you can just do one color on one side, one on the other. Like I say, this is your craft. So you do it how you want to. And like right here, I'll put another turquoise one. And then here I'm going to put one more of that apricot color. So I mean, that's all you do. When you go around the edges of your picture frame, just make sure your picture frame is painted or stained. If you stain your picture frame, make sure it's completely dry before you glue your pine cones on, because you don't want that. The wood can stay wet for quite a while, and then your pine cones actually can fall off. So we don't want that. So we put those on there.
Ooh, Guest 310 made a suggestion.
Okay.
I would hide a pine fragrance behind it.
Oh my gosh.
Such a good idea.
This is why the world of crafting is so great. That's awesome, because when people come in and they walk past the photo and then they smell it. Oh.
Yes.
And what does the pines make you feel like? I mean, I'm a mountain girl.
Relax, me too.
Yeah.
I love.
So you go to the mountains and you smell the nature, you know, the dirt, the pine, and everything.
It rejuvenates me.
Yeah.
Almost. Yes.
We should do a craft session in the mountains. So anyways, back to topic here. Thank you for that. That's a really great idea, and I'm really impressed. I love things like that. That just gets my brain going. So you might see some of that more on the show here. So keep going around and around, position them. When you're doing the bigger ones, it's a little bit harder because, so if this is your frame, your bigger ones have a bigger base to them, and so you're gonna want to make sure, if you just put a little one here, that you get it to the edge of your frame. These that are curved and these that have the curved edges on them, they're a little bit easier because you have curved edges on your pine cones. But when you have a straight edge, you're gonna wanna make sure that you actually cover that. So
it's almost like your part of your pine cone is outside of the frame?
Yes, but not enough that it will hold it from standing up, you know, like on a easel, or on the wall. It doesn't really matter. But for me, sometimes I like to just do this first. And I tell you what, I save everything from the pine cones. So from the tips, the little tiny tips. So if I had all these painted, I would just do this.
That looks lovely, actually. I love it.
And even natural, it does.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do them natural, my suggestion is to take just a nice polyurethane spray and just spray them really good.
And by the way, don't forget, go to mondomarkettv.com
Yes.
to get your flower frame kit. It comes with everything that you need to get started. Includes one wood frame and 30 pine cones shaped as flowers all ready for you. All you have to do is go to mondomarkettv.com to get your kit today, and you can start creating this beautiful piece with your style, your look, your feel to it. But everything has been done for you already. You just get to be creative and enjoy that process.
Yep.
mondomarkettv.com. Normally $12.95. Today, during the introductory price, during the next 24 hours, you can get it for $9.95. It's a steal. Just go there right now, mondomarkettv.com, to get yours today, okay?
So much fun.
So much fun.
Okay, here's an idea for you. And my mother-in-law loved sunflowers. And I was looking at some pictures the other day, and this would be the prettiest little sunflower. So if you did a black center, and then it did all your petals in yellow. If you have a sunflower theme in your house, easy. So cute, so cute. So this is what I would do with my pine cones when I get them. I would put them out on your picture frame and just kind of
place them
where you think that you want them to go. But the secret is it's going to change once you get all the flowers painted. So just be flexible. You know, sometimes we look at it and we think, oh yeah, that'll look great here, and then we decide that it doesn't. So, but that's what I would do.
Yes.
So that's the gist of it. So when you get your kit, make sure you read the instructions first. So whether it's staining or painting, get it painted. Put your pine cones out and then determine how many you want of different colors, or you can do it one color. You do not have to do 2 or 3 colors. You can do one color and just leave it at that. So get it all arranged, paint them up, and then once you're done, hot glue them on. If you do want to seal it once you're done with a sealer from one of your local hardware stores, just get a really nice polyurethane spray, spray it on there, and hang it, store it, set it, whatever you want to do with it, and it will be gorgeous.
Very nice. Wonderful. This has been fabulous.
Yay.
Any final comments that you'd like to leave our viewers with today?
Do you know, the thing I want to tell you is crafting is a fun way to express yourself. And any way you craft, anything that you do, you are an artist. So make sure that you label yourself as an artist and not just a crafter. Because, you know, crafting is great, but crafting is an art. And we are artists. And so make sure that when you tell people, you know, what you do, if this is what you do for a living is crafting, you tell them that you're an artist. Because you're creating things from scratch and you're creating things from your mind. And so always remember you can do it. There is no limit to what you can or can't do with crafting, and you can't do it wrong.
That's right. Beautiful words to live by. You can't do it wrong, and you can do it. Just take action and really embrace. I like what you just said. Like, embrace it. Embrace that you're an artist. Just step into that zone. Own it. Yep. Yes, very much. Yep. Very cool. Thank you so much, Shalyn.
You're welcome. Thank
Don't forget
you.
my last opportunity, my last little spiel for you. Just go to mondomarkettv.com to get your flower frame kit. Comes with everything that you need. Comes with the frame. It comes with 30 pine cone flowers cut and ready for you to just really have a good time with it. Paint it and arrange it the way that you want it. It's a fantastic kit for you. Just go to mondomarkettv.com to get yours today. Normally $12.95, but today during our introductory price, it's $9.95. It's a steal. It's a great deal. Just go there to get it, okay? And with that, I'm going to announce our lucky winner. So someone, a very lucky person, is going to get this frame created and signed by Shalyn. So lucky winner is Maria Shulk Cohen. Congratulations. Yay. You are the lucky winner. Just send us an email to info@mondomarkettv.com with your mailing address so that we can get this sent out to you. And with that, remember to join us here next Monday, same time, same place, mondomarkettv.com for another episode of Crafting with Shalyn. Until then.